Hello, hello. My name is Torin Simpson. I'm here with my cousin,
Terron Simpson?
Here, we're just f***ing around.
Man, just talking, man.
Hey, am I cussing in this?
Can't do it like that.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome. This is Torin Simpson and
Terron Simpson.
All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing recorded. How's that look? Hello, hello. My name is Torin Simpson. I'm here with my cousin,
Terron Simpson?
Here, we're just f***ing around.
Man, just talking, man.
Hey, am I cussing in this?
Okay.
But nah, look, I just got my phone here. TJ got his phone. We're just gonna be talking through a couple things. Yeah, let's get straight to it.
Yeah, we're just gonna chat, man. Y'all let us know in the comments, what y'all think about our ideas.
Mm-hmm.
What we talk about.
How you doing, cuz? How's life treating you?
Good, man. Doing good, man. Just been chilling, vibing, hanging out, family.
That's what I said.
I just seen you.
Just saw you this weekend. Look, let me tell y'all.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to finally be here on this camera.
Man, we've been trying to plan this forever.
Oh my goodness, no. Do you know how many times I've been like, hey T, you ready to record today? Yeah, let me slide on.
Let me slide.
Boy, we get this. We got this going on, that going on. He got his football workouts. I got whatever mess I'm doing. Yeah. Traveling between the triad of Charlotte, Chapel Hill, and Winston.
For real, though.
Lord have mercy. But y'all know how that be.
We here, though. So we about to give y'all some good content.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
Y'all don't even got to worry about that.
Content on the way.
Watch this.
Start it off.
So look, one of the topics that I know I want to go over, I know TJ, that's what we call him.
Yeah, you can call me TJ. Yeah.
TJ, he has his own podcast.
Vivid Lens Podcast, subscribe to it, you know.
With his podcast, he talks over a variety of topics, some NIL deals. He's talked about relationships. Recently is what I wanted to comment on. Just, putting my input and my 2 cents. So, TJ, give us a little idea of what you were thinking about in that video or some of your thoughts.
Man, I was just kind of talking about why I don't really like, I don't know. I'm just like a con. I don't really like relationships. I don't know. It doesn't end well for me. Let me say it. It really don't go well as much, but it really don't end well at all. Okay. But, and I try to reflect and I think about why. I try to think about why I didn't go right. What did I do wrong? What could I have done better, to improve it? So, when I think about it and I talk to myself about it, I'm like, man, is it really me though? Seriously though. I always be thinking, is it really me? Even when I tell you, the conversation I be having with certain girls, I'm like, is it me? Or am I tripping? Or is it the girl? Is she wilding, doing, crazy stuff?
So look, I know the first thing I wanted to talk to you about, just kind of mindset and how you frame the situation, because I see so much of myself in you, and so when I'm hearing you talk about it, I want to talk about, okay, yes, it may not have gone well, but that's not the only perspective that there is in that situation, nor the only perspective you should look at. Right. So you're saying it didn't go well. What's another way to frame it? What did I learn from that situation? Yeah. Oh, I learned I don't like a relationship where I'm constantly on the phone. I don't like to be in a relationship where my partner requires that I'm constantly validating them for 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Some people really like that. Some people really connect when they have to, or feel very connected when they're always on the phone texting.
It's crazy because the last relationship I was with, she wanted me to be on the phone so much, but I'm like, realistically, nobody's on the phone all the time, 24/7. And that's the problem. Mm-hmm. It's do you have any, I want you to have some goals. You got to be able to, be doing something too. You shouldn't be on the phone 24/7.
Look, if you're on the phone 24/7,
come on now.
I think back to the times when I was on my phone the most. It's when I had nothing going outside.
But when you have stuff going on.
Because I know I look at my middle school experience.
Right.
When I was thinking about the girls I was involved with, or in my mind I wanted to be involved with, I think about, what did I have to offer to them? No. I won't say nothing. Hold on, my boy's calling me. Give me 1 second. We'll clip this from there. Yeah, where was I? Talking about middle school. Yeah, so middle school, I won't say that I was a low prospect draft, but I wasn't working towards my full potential. So I came from like middle school, we had uniforms, so I didn't have a chance to develop my style. The people around me were very intelligent, IQ, but their EQ, we all had room to grow. And so just looking back, I think about all the things I could have done better, and I can beat on myself and say, I should have done this, I should have done that. Or I can say, that's the price I paid to learn what I know now.
It's crazy though, because middle school, you miss middle school, man. Middle school was rough. Man, that was a weird time on it. I was at a time when it was like people were still childish, and it's like you only went to high school, but it's like it's that middle stage, that early years.
I think back upon my past. I would say I have many regrets simply because it put me to be the intelligent, wise young man I am today.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to worry about some of the things I see other people fall into, like other faults they can fall into. I've already gone through enough, I don't even say necessarily monogamous relationships. I've gone through enough situationships or beneficial friendships, whatever you want to call it, to kind of have like, oh, this is my insight in the situation, this is what I know. And, on to the point that I want to talk about with you, just reframe it. Don't look at it as a loss, look at it as a lesson. I love the Giannis quote where he was talking earlier, and he was like, is every year that we didn't get a championship failure? No. And in the same sense, every relationship is not meant to succeed. Any relationship that doesn't make it into perpetuity, what does that tell you? Whatever you want to derive from it.
It's crazy because I like what you remember you told me you was like, I have options. Like even when you try to talk to like female, don't just settle for one. Like with the term which was like the shot, he was like you don't just work on that one shot.
You work on
me.
Mm-hmm. And you take what I think. This is the topic I want to hit on today: modern dating.
Yeah, modern dating.
So the pitfalls of modern dating, innumerable, that's the word I use. One of the things that so many of us get caught up in is the extremes. So on one extreme, I'm not going to be like all those other people. I'm going to talk to one girl at a time and get on my full attention because they're looking across the way and saying, oh, you're doing too much. You're leading people on.
Yeah.
So on this side, they're saying, you're doing too much. I'm talking to one girl at a time. But what does that mean?
It's crazy when you're going to kill yourself trying to talk to that one girl.
One girl.
And it might not work out.
Exactly.
And so if it don't work out, then you all by yourself. Right.
On the flip side of it, there is such thing as too many.
Yeah.
There's more than too many. Brief aside, I know a lot of people talk about body counts and everything else for men and women. A high body count on either sex isn't optimal.
Yeah.
Is it any of my business? No. I don't care. Don't come hate me in the comments. What I will say is, what should that say about you? Or what does it say about you? Because we can say, well, should, could, would, what does, say about you. Would, yeah. Could. Because we can talk about idealistic or we can talk about realistic. But on the other extreme that I'm saying that, when you have the people that are messing with multiple people and doing so in a disrespectful or dishonest way, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because that's when you have side pieces, hoes, whatever you want to call
I think it's all about how you go about it. I feel like you can talk to anybody you want to, but you have to treat them with the same amount of respect as you would. You know what I'm saying?
I love what my dad told me about it. He said, I may have more than one woman in my life, but they all know about each other. I'm never lying. So it's not like he's trying to hide anything or have side pieces.
Right.
He just has some people that he enjoys their company.
Right.
Whatever happens between them,
because you don't have a title on that.
Correct.
I think you go wrong when you try to make a title too quickly too. Because it's like, okay, then they feel like, okay, why are you talking? Then, your boundaries is boundaries at that point.
Like, I love this. I'm gonna have to credit her in the comments or like something later. I love this one TikToker where she said was basically, she has like a relationship spectrum. And she says the first stage is talking. Talking is anything before the first date. Once you hit that first date, you are dating. Dating is the action of going on dates. Then what happens from there? Then dates 1 to 3 mean something, dates 3 to 6, whatever. And those are just kind of like general rules. Towards the end of dating is being in a monogamous or in a committed relationship. Yeah. Those last couple of dates, you're illustrating exclusive behavior, even though you're not technically exclusive.
You know what I think is crazy? I think where people go wrong at is I think when females and males, when they try to talk, they need like the stages, right? They get confused. I feel like some people get it confused and they don't be on the same page, which causes a lot of confusion down the long run. But it's like, no, I'm just talking. We just talk. We get it. But to them, it's like you're around me, all the time, right?
And that's usually what will happen, right? I would say I've seen this happen more so with women, in that specifically, a dude can be around them all the time, doing all the boyfriend activities. But in his mind, I never asked you to be my girlfriend. You never asked me to be your boyfriend. We not a thing officially. But in her mind, it's like,
we're doing everything boyfriend and girlfriend like. So they be trying to title it. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't title it.
You can.
One of the beautiful things that I learned was just like the game and how things go. So unequivocally, in general, women control the access to sex.
That's crazy.
Unequivocally, in general, men control the access to relationships. Does a woman get down and propose on one knee?
That's hard.
No, not generally. I'm not going to make any.
I didn't think about it like that, though.
But that's
put me on game. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't think about it like that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's hard.
So look, that, and again, don't badger me in the comments. Hear me out, man.
Please don't.
Or maybe I'm gonna go viral. Who knows? If a woman if a man, this is where that key metaphor always comes up. If a man has many bodies, that means he's a successful man. If a woman has many bodies, that means that she's her standards are low, or that she doesn't have a great filtering technique. It's the key and lock metaphor. A key that opens many locks is a wonderful key. A lock that's opened by many locks is a blank lock.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Have access to anything.
And so a woman's prowess or a woman's success is predicated on how many men are trying to pursue long-term relationships with her.
Yeah.
Because a man, since he controls the access to a relationship, if I want to cuff you, if I want to be in public with you and claim you, that means you are worth something to me. And I think so many women get tied up and messed up and they say, well, all these dudes want to get with me. First of all, dude wanting to get with you does not say anything about you. It says everything about men. Men, and I hate to say it, we're easy in general. We are easy. You come up to a dude in the club, you put your hand on his small of his back, you look him in the eye and say, what's up?
They instantly going. I'm telling you.
Even if he don't really like you like that, he don't think about it.
Because the fact that you acknowledge him.
You don't
out of everybody in that club,
you can acknowledge
him. So, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And that, look, women, let me put you on here. Y'all don't gotta do much. But if you want a man to take you seriously, know this. You cannot convince a man that doesn't want to take you seriously to take you seriously. I feel like women can be more convinced because y'all have one box for the people y'all mess with versus men with their two, but we'll get into that. But you cannot convince them. If in that, I don't want to put a time frame on it. If in the first 3 to 9, 6 to 12 months, the early stages, and he's not talking about some sort of commitment to you,
traps, man.
You might be out of luck. I can't lie. You might be out of luck. And it's nothing against you. I'm sure you're a wonderful, beautiful, successful young lady.
Nothing against you.
It's just everything you do.
Right.
But it also might do something.
A little bit. No. Just a little bit.
But I digress. So yeah. If he's not already waiting to settle down, you can't convince him. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. It's not.
What I want to say.
But want to try it.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm doing. The boxes. This is why I say what I say. Women have one box of men. Is what I mean. Generally, the women, or I won't say the men, the partners women will sleep with are also the partners they would be involved with in a relationship, or a committed relationship. Men, we got two boxes. We got the romantic box, so I actually, you wife me, or we have the beneficial box, the purely intimate, the purely physical box. You can be in here all day long, you can be the top of the list, never put you over there. And it's crazy for women to think about it. It's like, well, you treat me like this box, maybe I do. In my mind, you are over here. Right? There's no confusion. There's no confusion. And that's where so many women will get tied up. They'll be decided. And they'll think, oh, eventually he gonna be like me and fall in love or whatever.
One thing I will say though, I feel like, man, we be falling in love way quicker than women. I would say for myself though, I think that's where I think that's my problem. I get attached way too quick. Well, I know other people do that. Like they can vouch for me. I don't know why, bro. I think it's just the presence of having a female fuck with you hard, going like, want to see what you doing, want to know this is that. I like that presence, bro, because I don't have it on a daily. Get it? But back to what you're saying, that's why you gotta have your options out.
So look, you're operating, and this is look. I don't necessarily like what some of the pickup artists do, but a lot of the ways they analyze the situations can be very beneficial. What you're doing is you're operating out of what's called scarcity. So we're going to talk about like economics.
Explain.
You're operating out of scarcity. So if you're operating out of scarcity, what does that mean? Yeah. That means that, let me make sure this thing is, watch it not have been recorded. It has not been recorded, so we're going to have only that. Oh well. That's what I'm saying.
You started that?
Oh, I'm starting this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's been recorded. That's why I've been watching that little thing right there. What was I saying? You're operating out of scarcity. So we're going to talk about it like it's economics. I would use the board, but that's going to be too much to try and move the camera. Operating out of scarcity simply means you're acting like there is not another woman in the world, or there's not another valid partner that you can ever talk to. And that's not a good mindset to be in. Think about it like someone in a drought or a famine. The next feast of food could be your last for a while. So you're going to hold on for dear life.
Right.
Well, what about on the opposite side? What if you operate out of abundance?
What if you find some more food?
No, not find some more food necessarily. You're in the mindset of there is more food to be found. This is not the last piece of bread.
It's not the end of the world.
Mm-hmm. Because that's how all the advice that you will hear about being cool and not sweating over women and everything else, and that's how you eventually get them, it comes from operating out of abundance. Because the ideal characteristics that I see in men come from you operating from that place of abundance. That's where you exude confidence. That's where you're strong enough to walk away from a situation that's not serving you.
Right.
Because of that. Because you are willing to walk away, that attracts the women you want to be in your life.
It's crazy because then again, it's like, I don't know if it's like I'll be trying to look for the perfect girl, but I be trying to look.
What's perfect?
Exactly. There is no perfect, but in my head, it's like, I know what I want. And it's like, I don't know if what I want gonna want me. That's so hard. That's all. That's hard. Though.
This is what I'll say.
But seriously though.
Like, no, I hear that. So the question to you is, what can you control? What you do.
I can only control what I do.
Exactly.
So that's me just shooting my shot for real.
So how can you, this is what's going to elevate you as a partner. Don't think, how can I find the best partner? Think, what does my ideal person expect from me? What do they want from me in their partner? And how can I be that? So how can I be the best man for someone else? I forget what philosopher said it, but it was like, don't be the best person. Don't try and just be a better version of yourself. Live for yourself. Hold on. I'll take care of me how you would want me to, and you take care of me how I would want you to. So imagine your friends or your family. Take care of yourself in a way that they would agree with. Your friends and family, if they're truly your friend and family, want the best for you.
Right. Yeah.
So take care of yourself in the best way. And, evaluate yourself. Think, okay, I'm 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", football player. I'm in good shape. I'm getting my education on. I'm gonna have a high earning career.
Right.
Where are ways that I can improve upon myself?
Yeah.
Can I improve my mental fortitude and be resistant to temptation in X category or Y category? Some people, sex is their addiction. Some people, it's weed or alcohol. Some people, it's masturbation and porn.
Yeah.
Figure out where your pitfalls are. Sit in conference with your demons to understand them, not to hide from them.
Yeah.
Because that's where so many people get caught up. They'll say your demons are out. I sit with my demons. That's going to be a bar somewhere.
It's crazy though, because it's like, I feel like with us, we try to find the perfect. I feel that's what a lot of people, we try to though. And realistically, you're not really going to find the perfect girl, bro.
This is what I always say.
That's the problem though. You're not going to really. So it's like, what happens when you can't find
what is perfect? Because I think that love is a verb, not a noun. And this is what I mean. Love is a choice. Like I can think of women that I've been involved with in my past and see that relationship was never going to work because we were not, as a relationship or couple, invested in each other's success and the success of the relationship. If you and a girl are involved and y'all don't talk things through, I'll go through the 3 C's that I talk about. So 3 C's: communication, context, comprehension. Communication. If you do not communicate all the things that are going around, you don't communicate your context for how different things can affect you, then how can we expect to have true comprehension between each other? The 3 C's.
It's hard.
Because so if you have a problem with your relationship, look at the 3 C's and evaluate backwards. Okay, you're having a problem and your girlfriend's mad at you. Why? Well, she says that you don't take the trash out enough, or what she asked you to. Why is that such a big deal? So now you need to communicate, hey, babe, I noticed that you're upset with me. What's going on? You need to communicate and understand or comprehend that context. Why is she specifically mad at you for this? Oh, it's because it feels like it's an extension that you don't respect her, that you don't respect her time, her money, her attention, or whatever. Oh, hey, babe, I just want to let you know that me not getting the trash right away has nothing to do with you. I apologize for how my actions made you feel. My intention was never to make you upset. Moving forward, let's set out a time frame that I can get it done, or we can have better discussions around it. Because when I get home from work and I see the trash, sometimes I'll take it out right away, but sometimes I'm tired. I just want to lay down.
Right.
So let's figure out a compromise where maybe I take the trash out every time I get home, or maybe you help me here, Yeah, and we divide and conquer.
Yeah.
There's just so much there's so much to go off of.
Yeah. If you could think about your dream wife, or, what, if you count all the things that you want her to have, like what you want in a female, right? Mm. Do you think that will come your way? Do you think you found it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
answering your 2 questions. Do you think it'll come my way? Yes. Do you think I've found candidates? Oh, of course.
Okay.
So
that's a good question, though. I just want to know.
I have a business mindset for a lot of things, and so one of the ways I made relationships or something to a business in my mind, criteria. So what are my criteria of going into business or building a partnership with a significant other? 1, I gotta find them attractive. That's what's going to get me initially interested. If you say that looks don't matter, you're lying. And if you want to argue with me that, I will argue with you in the comments. No, I won't. I'll just answer it in the next podcast.
Looks do matter, though.
Looks are, of course.
Let's not get that.
Looks will get you initially interested. The personality makes you stay.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
So 1, looks.
So all right. So with a girl, when you first look at her,
I gotta be attracted to her.
What do you look for, though? What are you looking at?
I'm not picky. And this is what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. So
beautiful women come in all shapes, sizes, and skin tones. So I have archetypes. Like if I look at the women I've liked in the past, okay, a lot of them share some of this characteristic, some of that characteristic. Like a lot of women I like to mess with, they got pretty eyes. That's one of my things I love.
I think I look at your face and your teeth, bro.
No, so face.
You gotta have good teeth, bro.
So for me, eyes, nice lips, good teeth.
Like nice lips, yeah, teeth.
Great skin is a plus.
Yeah.
But if you have some acne, I'm not going to look. I'm realistic.
Yeah.
That's things that can improve.
Yeah.
I'm looking for things. Well, first physically, yeah. You know, I want to see some sort of semblance that you take care of yourself.
Right.
So, you know, everybody's healthy body composition won't look the same. But I want to see some sort of, okay, well, maybe I run, I'm invested in this, for your body health in the future. Because that's going to come up.
Yeah.
If you're not invested in your health in the future.
Like, you got to be taking care. Yeah, like you said, you got to be taking care of doing something, working out, something.
Correct. So like I said, first is
just cause.
Yeah, first is the attractiveness in physically. Second one is attractiveness in the personality, or you can think of it as a subset of one. Either way, I count it the second one.
Right.
The way I described it was intellectual stimulation. When I talk to you, am I bored? And that may sound very vain. That's not how I tend to word it, but I'm just trying to get to the point because we're at almost 30 minutes for this. That's what I'm saying. This thing is going to turn on long very quickly. And we didn't even get to the other two topics we had.
Yeah.
We'll probably clip this and make another one. But anyway, intellectual stimulation. Can I have intelligent discussions or debates or whatever with you and enjoy them?
Right.
Like everything shouldn't turn to an argument.
Yeah.
Everything shouldn't turn into an argument. If you're sitting there constantly feeling like a victim, this will never work.
Right.
I can say that for a fact.
Right.
If I check those two boxes off, this is where I got tripped up a lot with in middle and high school. Do they like me back? I called it reciprocity. It don't matter how much I like you, how pretty you are, how great a conversation we have, if you don't want to pursue a relationship with me.
And see, that's hard, though, because I feel like females be trying to act like they don't want to express.
How so?
Like how they feel, though.
Really? And see, look.
Because you might go hard and you might think, okay, like, yeah, I really like this person. I can see a future. But the whole time, they, so they not really trying to pay you no mind.
So, TJ, I want you to think how much of this is predicated on my own personal experience. Because in my past, a lot of the women that I was involved with, they were very forthcoming with their emotions. Just because of the nature of our relationship and how we set it up together, the dynamic we set up.
Yeah.
And so,
see, but everybody not like that though.
Oh no, I didn't say they were. I just said how we were.
Yeah.
So, like I said, my views, my input is predicated on my personal experience and the research that I've made and knowledge I've gathered over the years. So, not to say that you're wrong, but to say there's more to offer, and that's generally what I just wanted to get across.
Right.
Don't lose hope because it's not hopeless. Think about. Before I get to my fourth
like I'm
one.
trying to rationalize that from my experience. But
Correct.
It's like you got to look at it from everybody's lens.
Correct. And before I hit to the fourth one, that's all I wanted to say. Open your mind. Just expand the realm of possibilities for what could be. Don't tie yourself in and say this is all that is or that will ever be for me. We don't know.
Yeah. You don't know.
Fourth one, I said is marketability, but it's basically, can I take you home? Am I proud to show you off to the world? Am I proud? Well, I proclaim in public, this is my significant other. And look, I don't know if we want to get into it in this one, but I feel like that's a deep conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my 4 criteria. And it's just like,
oh man,
it's a lot.
Whole lot.
It's a lot.
Man, it was good though.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think we'll cut it right here.
Yeah.
We got something else on our mind. We might pick it up in the next one.
Yeah. You got a lot.
Oh, my bad, y'all.
Yeah. We'll catch y'all.
Yeah. Thank you. Torin Simpson signing out.
TJ. Yo, that was a good one, T.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. That was a good one.
That was like a mug, too.
That was a good one. Nah, yeah, you want to do all that shit.